All right, day 55, 60 of trim installation. Hood, and I've got the clips for that, and we've got the two sides for the back here. And I had to find little tiny nuts for these. Look how small that that thread pattern is. Moldings or clips for the molding, for the hood molding. So not exactly the right one, but looks like they'll work. I might just have to bend them a bit. Try just bending it gently with some pliers here. We just got to get this thing bent way over that way, because that's what locks it in from twisting. Maybe put it in like this first sometimes, and then flip that piece over that way. There we go. That looks like it's going to work. Nice. 8 more to go. Last one. The bend worked. Got to tweak this side a hair more than that. Make sure they're safe, or I mean straight. And then they go in. Got all those ones in. Last one on the side. So you get that in there. Then it twists it. It just stops it from turning and holds it in. All right, let's go install it on the front. All right, how close did I get them? Anywhere close? Somehow I think this is going to be easier to do with the hood up. Do a final fitment on all these. Get them a little closer to the holes. I'm using all ones with a nylock lock on them just because they're cleaner and a little lower profile. Painter just did such a great job, the painter. If you ever dealt with the trades, you'll know what I'm saying is true. Unfortunately, people in the trades often bash each other. I try to be very careful with my work, astute, good quality craftsman, and I've had people still bash my work. Polished it up. It's stainless, not chrome. Got a nameplate to go here. Long hair, or at least pop the filler through. There. All right, now the scary part. Pow! Just filler there. There's a hole there anyway, see? So we'll drill a bit bigger and get some paint around the edge and install. All right, there is the back. Just put a couple more of these snap bolts in. Nylock nuts are much nicer than whatever the factory used. Nylocks are. All right. Trim, trim, and more trim. This car is all about the trim. Look at all that goo is, it's coming right off. Solid. Take a while and a few applications, but you can tell it's coming off already. So honestly, I think the spray 9 works even better than the solvent. It's just so strong. Smell of it, but my wife Shannon, she hates the smell of it. She won't let me spray it in the house on things. Clean them, but well, I mean, just go with a toothbrush on these seams. I would clean those right up too. So that would be step 2. Sorry, you're probably just catching the back of my head there, right? Anyways, that really does the job. Throw it on here, see what it looks like. Mock it. Not terrible, not terrible. A lot of wrinkles to work out. Door glass going in the Comet today. Got these professionals out here, making sure it goes in just right. And then there's a dog, always in the way. Alright, so they got the rope all the way around this pinch weld piece here that goes around the pinch weld. They got it all taped up here on the middle. Once you get it all pounded in, then they pull that rope all the way around to get the rubber seated on the pinch weld.
It's right there on the corner, Jamie. Yep. You slide down a little bit. Okay. At this point, I'm gonna need my hook pick. Okay. Oh yeah.
Okay, just a little bit more.
I'm happy with it. I just trying to see if I can get it any better than that.
Good for cups off now then?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just want to hold it for now and I'll grab the lever.
So we'll line it up the way we had it before.
Don't forget, when you're doing these Comets, apparently this chrome piece has to go in first. It's got a real pinch in there and a line, and it goes back in. These poor guys had to pop it out, put it back in. Looks good now. All right, here's the finished product. Yes.
Okay.
Finished product looks fantastic. The guy's got the molding on the bottom in nice and tight. Looks really good. Super. Looks like a bit of a green windshield, but maybe it's a reflection off the green dash. That painted dash looks great. Looks great with the windshield. Everything in nice and tight. Look at that. Perfect. All right, back to this beauty. Got the windshield in last week. And today we're going to jack it up, get the front tires off, and do a little work here on the front end. Bumper's outside the door here, covered in 2 feet of snow still. Got some transmission lines right there, so I can jiggle around where I was going to put the jack on that side. Alright, I got jack stands under both sides, plus I put the jack under the front cross member rad support / rad support. Just so I could support the whole front end a bit more. But otherwise, that jack stands under there. Let's get these wheel covers off again. I just put them on for looks, get them off, get the tires off. Drums. These tires are practically new, though I'm sure they're not new age new. The little tiny drums here. Look at those little babies. Hello, little drums. And who are you, little kitten? Here's what takes forever on a lot of things. I have been trying to find and clean these threads, nut certs, to go back in. So these things have studs like this, and then a nut on them. It's got to be the right size. Got to make sure it's nice and loose, otherwise the wrong side ends up tightening, And like this one, if I keep tightening, then it's just going to go in here. It's going to crack this part here that it threads into. This is the front piece of the car. So we got to keep working at it. So we ended up getting the tap and die set out, deciding it was a 1/4 and cleaning these all up. Look, it's really hard to actually you're almost making new threads here. That's how dirty they are. It's like super hard to turn. Like I'm having to really squish the base of that stud in the vise to get it to stay still while I'm turning the die. I already tapped the bolts. They just needed a tiny cleanup, but this thing here, they were so dirty. Now they're nice and clean. 8 more, 7 more. See, look, it's already turning in the vise. Gotta jam the vise down. Get a good bite on it. Back and forth, back and forth. All right, cleaned up nuts, cleaned up studs. Going in. Somewhere up there. What a pain. Did you see them come in there? Where are you? Where are you? Gotta be able to make that stay there. Or like stick it in that hole up there so it doesn't fall off. Alright, well, one way to do it is to put a magnet, like that tiny little one at the end there, inside your socket. And then your bolt will hold on to it a bit. Not a lot, but I could feel it a bit. So now I can reach up there. What to do is get one stud started. That didn't even work because my nut just fell off. Damn it. Alright, I'm going to try. I put the magnet on the outside of the socket so it's touching that nut. There. Turn the socket the right way. In there? Is it on there? Big chance. Yes, it's in there. Tighten up too. Check out. I got her snugged. That's what I needed. Alright, we got one. Good stuff. She's on. Check out where my magnet ended up. I think that's it right there. Stuck to the side of the fender. Super hard to get off because it's so small. I got her. Alright, put her back. The next one I have is a loose washer and nut. This is going to be like a total guessing game to get the nut on and in there. Super hard. Stay upright here. This time I'm using the tape method. Make it big enough. Way up here. Right. Look at that, it's looking good now. Both sides, both of these on. Time to clean up this front bumper. Got lots of rust on the back and these brackets are looking a little worse for wear. So we're gonna pour 15 the entire backside. Well, the thing about the pour 15 is that she is hard to keep moving once you open the can. So what I do is I always just poke a little hole in it. And I think I've mentioned this in other videos. When I'm finished, I push butane into it. Butane sits on top and forces the air out because butane's heavier. So I usually just grab one of these lighters and the butane comes out of it quite easily. Just like that, without lighting it, of course. And then, or you can also do this, but that's usually liquid. So you put that into here, and then it turns into a gas, which you can put into your can, and then seal it with a piece of tape. See if it pours out. I just mixed it up with a screwdriver right inside there. There's a hard crust on top of it because this is kind of old. Come on, there we go. Here it comes. Gonna need 2 hands. Take a while. And done. On my fingers because I took my gloves off. But anyways, got that all blacked out in the back. Rust prevented, rust controlled. That'll look good if somebody looks underneath. I also did the bottom of the rad support there. I'd already done the top behind the grill a while ago. And I did the backs of the inner fenders just because there was new metal put there. And that'll keep that from rock chipping and getting to bare metal too quickly. And I'm going to spray all this with black gravel guard outside. Last thing. That's the last thing you do when you detail up a car. Tape off the fender wells or the outsides of the fenders and spray it all inside there. And yeah, so now I'm going to put away this Pour 15 like I had described at the outset. He already has black all over here from doing it several times before. So you just go like that, spray some in there. It's heavier than air, so it goes to the bottom, displaces the air, and close her up. Stick your tape on top. Put something on there to make the tape stay until the paint dries. Kind of like that. That'll work. And now my thumb is black from Pour 15. That won't come off for weeks if you don't get it off right away. Sometimes you just can't. Solvent. Look, that's not coming off already. I hit the top of the can with that. Battle scars. Just try to keep that butane in there and new air out. And then put it back in the fridge. Because that's where it lives and stays. This can's probably 2 years old. So it's well past its shelf time. Oh, there's another chunk clad in the back there. Behind the pasta. Yeah. And then burn the paint off your torch. Done. And working on the last bits and pieces. Got even the jack out here. Sprayed black parts black. Just going to spray the silver part silver. And I'm working on the air cleaner here. Still sanding it. Of course, that's the bottom, so no really big deal there. Back when it's painted. I guess I should say, as you can tell, I don't do this vice grip garage, all kinds of YouTube guys spraying and saying, oh, there it is, all rebuilt. That's rebuilt, that's brand new, just by spraying paint over the dirt. Got to actually prep things properly if you want it to last any more than a couple of months. Coating of primer and paint, so it'll last for more than a few months. Bit of a dent on this side of this air cleaner. Just going to give that a little tap out. There we go. That'll do it. This Pour 15 is all dry. Look how nice it looks. It always looks so good. Kind of a semi-gloss. Same with back here on the lower rad support. So let's get this bumper on. Now that the back is all dollied up with some Pour 15, time for the hard part, which is cleaning and polishing. So about an hour of this and I'll be able to put it on. Get started here with a steel wool, and then run the polishing pad over it. See how she turns out. Now for the hard part. She's somewhat polished up. Sure don't want it to fall down. Let's get it in here. Holes that I've cleaned up in those holes. Alright, so here's a pickle that really sucks. When I was putting this bumper on, there's brackets in here, and I pulled one to where it should sit, and of course it cracked the filler on this side of the fender. So So what I thought I'd do is I put some super glue in this insulin syringe, tiny, and I'm going to try to inject it in the back and then push this back onto it and see if we can't get her to stay. It's the only thing I could think of because I don't want to bend it out to get any glue in there. So I just want to inject here what I can. It's so thick it doesn't want to go out of the little tiny needle, of course. Okay, got these two ends here. Oh man, it's hard to get that through that little tiny needle, that's for sure. Just gonna squeeze it where I can. Alright. Now, I get something to push this along here, and then I can cardboard stuck to it all. Alright, that's where I'm at. I put some tape across it. And then I press this box, and I can kind of see from the back corner here that it's flat. So we'll see if that can hold it. And I guess if not, that corner's gonna have to be just repaired properly and blown in. See what we can do. Next up, I'm gonna fish this out, and I'm gonna glue these door rubbers on. Got that all glued in. Tough to know exactly where it goes. I tell you, if you didn't take it off, or if it's been a long time since you took it off, and this side here, it's got to be right on this front edge, so it slips in between the light switch, which got painted. Got to clean that off, and the edge molding here, behind which is the aerial wire that I was just looking for. I'm going to fish that out next, and then up here it snakes, way back here, and you're not sure if it goes, on which. Could go here, could go here, could go here, but it goes there, and then you find these things laying around. Think that must go there. So I did manage to get all these though in the right spot, but of course this is stretched. Look how much it's shrunk. A little bit more, much more. Look at that, way more. So you can try to stretch it, I guess, back little by little. I gotta put all this chrome back on now that the windshield is in. All right. Next up, the aerial. I've been giving this a coat between every other job too. Starting to look pretty good. There's a chance of fishing this out of here. It's falling to the bottom. It's freaking way down there now too. Jesus. All right, I'm gonna try a wire in a funnel, so I don't scratch the edge of it. Yeah, now I can't see anything. Alright, we'll get it hooked on first. Tight up. Got her at the edge there, but I've got the head of the monster, but that's got to be turned up, and then got a nut got to get on there to hold it. It's the hard part. Got it holding there with the funnel, wire through the funnel, and the hook on the top of that wire. Yeah, here's the nut that holds it once you get it out. It sits on this pedestal here, and it can be adjusted so that it leans back or straight up or whatever. But I need to make a gasket for here. Need a rubber seal or gasket or something for there, so let's see what I can find. Well, not exactly rubber, but I found a window plastic from the Galaxy. Sold that a couple of years back, and fits almost perfectly. Grind it smaller, it probably would end up not being round, so I'm going to try it like this first. Oh, got a piece of tape there that was on there that I can... Oh, look at that. We got it. Oh, don't drop it now. Shite. Something on here. Okay. This piece... Hold on, vice grips, while I make a bigger hole on this plastic piece. That should do it. Use a step drill. contoured so it goes up on the fender lip. Now to get this on, I'm dropping it all. So. It'll come off if I do that, so get a crescent wrench there. Tighten this down, I'm losing everything. Think I should get a new one, or should I go with the original? A tiny bit of rust I can see in between some of these. I think I'll hit that again with the steel wool before I put it right on. And this is stretched from getting bounced around. Otherwise, it's somewhat okay, and it is the original. Set screw on top. There we go. Check it out. Dun 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 dun. Needs a 8-ball on top. A little sponge ball. All right, we're good to go here. I'm gonna just clean this up a little bit more and then screw it on. All right, a bit more steel wool and some metal prep. A little bit of rust out of there. Wow, wow, wow. Done. I was trying to figure out, I had these last moldings sitting around, and I was thinking, oh, this place for those will show up soon. And once I got the bumper on, I saw that the bumper didn't cover these holes, so that's where these ones go. So these get 3 each. And this side I can see is bent. The surround on there is bent coming down here. So I don't know if I'm going to get one on here. But mark those, put whatever clips I have in. Say I got it, I was able to bend it out, bent quite easily. Put that one in there. Down here, get the second nut in here. The final countdown, finally got 3 proper clips on here. They gotta have bolt heads, they gotta fit in, this middle one has to be able to move around. Alright, so put that on there. Enough room. Get that on and push this back. 1, 2, 3. Got them. Center section here ties them both together. Way over here. Fun part's coming still. The fun part will be getting it running and driving it around. Get out, the front end is done. The shiny bumper, original plate, all the many moldings. That one you can't even see it, that little reveal there. Grill, headlights. Time to check all the wiring shortly. Still gotta do the engine bay. And we got the hood to cowl seal here. Just popped it all that side in. Last couple of ones here. Clips that go in, some pretty tight actually. It's a nice fit here. And then this end here looks like it has just a couple of screws. And a couple of screws at the end. After dropping it on the floor, fishing it out of the drain, and pushing it back and forth 10 times until it fit. Alright. Getting her in there. Our video. There we go. Okay. Now that's really it for today. Alright. Aerial, cowl, door rubbers, front molding. And it's a good day. Let's put some of these tools away today. This one I had to buy new because we broke the other one, my old one, on the kid's car, of course. Oh, there it is there. Half a clip remover tool. That. There's a couple, 3 screwdrivers. Screwdriver drawer. Punch that I used to line up the bumper. Wrench that I used to line up the bumper. Get it all back in its spots here. Small, it's got metric and standard, and the 2 sizes of spark plug / lug nut wrenches. Punch that I used for the front again. punch drawer, and which is 7/16" wrench. Yes. Yes. 7/16. There's the slot for it. All right. These things look good. Ford blue. And drill. And a flashlight. Yep. Rechargeable flashlights. Now, these are goodies. There we go. All right, check out this beautiful sunny day. There's the dog laying in the shade. Pulled this baby out. She's so shiny, so I had to cover it all up. No, cover it up so it didn't make a mess. We're gonna spray down this engine bay finally. Probably shouldn't be the last thing you do, but that's just how it goes. The gunk parts cleaner, and then I got some marine water-based degreaser. Probably stick something in that carburetor, right? Towel down. There we go. All right. Okay, we'll do the slow motion full on. Give her. Oh, let me get some of the cylinders. No. Alright, that's probably a good start. Pa-pow! Let's loosen up what we can to this. Oh, look at that. Drying this stuff off instantly. We'll be back. Time for... I fixed that actually in another video. We'll have her. Look at that. Oh, look at that bag. That's original. Rotunda Ford bag. Actually, is it original? I have a Ford bag. That one says, it's all popular, fits all popular makes of cars. Oh, that might be a replacement for the original. That engine cover looks good, but I'm going to paint it. And then we'll spray all this black again. Great stuff. After a couple of washes over and over, and then a little more cleaner stuff, and now I'm just wiping her down. She just really, I left that on, and then I covered all the fenders up with towels and protectives. Just trying to soak up the stuff that's in these galleys. It's warm out, but still snow behind me. First warm days here in April. 10, 12 degrees Celsius. All right, and once again, the only thing I would trust to get rid of moisture on points and things like that is WD-40. Kick down cable. Where's the kick down cable? Way down in there. There it is. Give that a squirt. Of course, all the carburetor bits. We can do the parts where the hoses connect back on. All the linkages. You can imagine after putting water on that, it's just gonna corrode or stick. I like how it's got a heater hose going right through the bottom of the carb. Old weather gear. It's got a block heater. It's got this heater hose going through the bottom of the carb. Looks like a spacer. Added on for Canadian cars. All right, let's go. Time to pull this thing back inside. Let it dry off overnight. And the only way I can get it in, I have to get it out by pulling it with the truck. With these rocks. I'd love to have a cement pad out there one day, but don't have one yet. So of course I use my inside winch, my worn winch. Not an inside winch, but it's a winch. Electric winch. Everybody needs one. Easy to pull her back in. An anchor on the wall at both points, in both stalls. Neighbor's puppies over it. How easy? Easy peasy. All right, so I just pushed it the rest of the way in, and we'll disconnect the. There's Puppy and her Pepper. No Pepper. That's what she looks like, all cleaned up. What a difference! Wow, 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 wow. Some black paint around there, a little gold on the top. She's gonna look like new. All right, let's give it a crank, a Rooney here, see what happens. Oh, there goes my gasoline. You want to happen? Want your gas to fall down there? Give it some juice. Give it a bunch of juice, right? Some in the float, some in the bowl there. See what happens. Stay car cover. Not exactly the power I was expecting there. Tighten up! Tighten up, drunkie. I guess not going to start without these plugs on there. To double check the firing order, I guess. This one, I think goes here. Yep. Number 6. Oh, well, it's not long enough. Rerouting. There's this one, 4, yes. All right, I think that's a little closer. What do we got going on here? Oh no, it's working now. This is choke mechanism, stuck. Oh, it's gonna have to be rebuilt. It's like stuck and more stuck. That still seems to be all right. Oh, just started. How about that? Pretty happy about that initial kick. Let's go with the good stuff instead. Windy out here now. Let's check the basics while we're waiting here. Wait for the battery to come back up. Got fuel, got oil. Smell like gas. That's good. Transmission at engine idle. So it should be when it's not running. Give her some goods. Now it's too windy, but I think it's tomorrow. You know, nice and shiny it is in here. Going. First time in 25 years. Go, keep going, baby. Oh, sounds good. Can't reach it. There we go. Got it going. Hey, 25 years. Fully restored. Engine was last, but I knew she'd go. There she goes. We'll just get her key tuned up here. Yeah, there's the last. Nice. Yeah. All right. Stuff. We'll leave one of these, and let's go old school. One of these. And yes, we're gonna go one of these. The internet's favorite. What's on there currently? Motorcraft. Wow. Maybe I should just try to find a Motorcraft one. And kitty litter box because the other one's outside and it's raining. And under the car, there's just a plastic washer. Guess we'll find out. It's gonna hit that pipe right there, right? Just barely not. Ooh, a lot in there. I think it's coming now. The old school one with the band has a better grip on it. It's coming. There we go. Big mess. Oh, damn it. Big mess. Yep. Thank you, old school. Look at that, can't even get it out of here. Come on. There we go. Up out of there. Looks the same. Lovey-dovey. Look at that, doesn't even have any oil on it. Frammo-rammo. There. What a mess. All right. The good stuff. The good stuff. Plus I need the filter fill. There we go, now we're registering. Alright, got the windshield wipers sorted too. Brand newbies, check it out. Amazing they still make these. Look at how nice that is, shiny, proper right size, everything. On it goes. Nice. Super easy to change that. Nib right in that hole. That. First thing you want to do, turn your key on, turn the wiper on, and then turn it off. Make sure it sets in the off position. Turn the key back off. And then you just push these on. Once you have this cocked, it'll go on to the onto the motor wheel there. Make sure you put them where they should stop on the glass, and then straighten that out. It should slide onto the, there you go, slides onto the pivot there. So that's got a little bit of play there. Oh, actually it comes right down there right away. So the other one there is sitting in the same spot as well. So we get the wipers on, and that's a nice. If you need to take them off again and reset them if you haven't got them in the right spot, that's the tool you use. So it's got a rubber side on one end, and then you can put a rag under there too if you want. Make sure you don't gouge anything or scratch the chrome or the paint, of course. And then the other side, once you squeeze these, they pushes the lever off. But we've got them both on, so they're both sitting in the right spot. And one more thing down. All right, let's do a clean out on the tank since it's so easy to get out. Make sure it's spotless before we run the car off this. Oh, it's definitely not spotless. Gross. That's a grossness. Imagine I would have put that through the carburetor. Luckily I looked at it and decided get rid of it. Check it. I don't know when that was put in. Jesus, I thought I cleaned this thing out. I thought we had cleaned it out properly. I guess not. Still coming out, lots in there. Alright, let's try to save that seal. Save the seals. Oh no. Now we need a pickup. That ain't gonna work. Can't believe I waited this long to take this apart. Okay, well, let's clean this up. Alright, so I rinsed it out once with gas. That was just a quickie. Then I put the Marine Clean in, super powerful water-based degreaser. Now I'm going to seal it back up. out of there. It dries and dries and dries and dries and dries, and that's going to be it. I don't think I'll put any metal ready or anything else in there. Alright, continuing on with the fuel system, just making sure it's ticky-boo for final run-up and assembly. I'm going to check the floats and the needles and seat in the carb. So alright, the top end should pop off. There we go. Wow, came off pretty easy. So turn that. Pretty damn clean in here. Nice. The needle moving in there. See it right there. See where my finger is. See the tine of the float moving it up and down there. Not sure if it's in focus. It's in focus there? Yeah, I think it's better anyways. See that moving, very easily moving. Not sticking or anything. So I think everything works in here. That. So I'm just going to clean that bit out. And as well the top end, we'll squirt it with some carb cleaner and we'll put it back together. Once we get that tank clean, we'll put that back in and fill it with gas. It's all put together so nicely you don't even need a flare wrench.